Good morning, fellas. This is 9 a.m. in the Saturday morning, and I'm getting ready to take my car for the first free service. I wanted to make sure I do not forget anything like my wallet and the service booklet, and that's why I gathered everything and got ready to move. And it took me approximate half an hour to reach there. I met my advisor, Mr. Thakur, and he prepared the job card and he had the checklist to check whether what accessories are there and the oil level, so that when I take my car after the delivery, everything is there intact. So first thing, I took the permission from the GM of the service center. He allowed me to take the video, and I was able to take few shots. And later on, the manager on the floor, two or three people came to me and said that the customer is not allowed to be in the premises in the workshop, and I have to go ahead and talk to GM again. I went to the GM again, and the GM told me that. He might lose his job, so he allowed me to take the video while washing the car. So he checked the oil and he said to check oil engine oil is appropriate, so we don't have to do the top up of engine oil, and that is it. After that, I was sent outside the workshop, and I know whether the filter cleaning was done or not. The oil was appropriate level. I did not have to change the oil, and this is the first service. I don't know what will happen in second service. I'll be doubtful if I'm not able to watch while the oil is getting changed and everything. So this is how this is the only video I could take while the car was inside the workshop. So I waited for approximately 45 minutes, 1 hour. So the car was, I think this checkup was done in 15 to 20 minutes, but I had to wait for approximately 45 to 1 hour, and my car was left unattended, though nobody was there. I was a little bit concerned because I had to leave early. I only get time on Saturday and Sunday, and the screw on the door handle, as I was told that it's gonna take 3 to 4 hours. So finally, I talked to my advisor, and my car was taken inside the uh, place where the washing was being done. I was frustrated at this point of time. So these are the screws, the rusted screws, which I showed you in the previous video. And the guy was efficient. He, painted the screws to make sure that in future it does not get rusted again. And the most amazing part is he was able to change all the screws in 20 minutes, while I was told earlier that it's going to take 3 to 4 hours. So here I saved my time. The other thing was because it was the first free service, the oil top up and a lot of things were not getting done because of the first service. So the service was done in 15 minutes, and the washing will take mostly, maximum 1 hour. So why it took 5 hours to do the service? Okay, so this is the initial cleaning from the blower inside the car. A little bit dirt was taken out, and after that, I think they will clean the mats. Right. So my concern is if they are efficient, it could have been done in 2 to 3 hours, but it took five or 5.5 hours. So that concerns me. That concerns me, and that relaxes me to buy the Tata car. The only problem with Tata car was the service. I wanted to experience how it is now, because while I was buying a car, and I was talking to the people from showroom, and they told me that they are improving, and service is getting improved, and they are changing a lot of things. But I did not find it impressive. Everything looks pretty lame. And this is how the car was cleaned from the automatic shower from the bottom. It had two steps, from top to bottom, then bottom to front to back, then back to front. And after that, they used the top automatic shower to clean the car from all three sides, top, left, and right. So it took approximately 15 minutes. So I was talking about the service from Tata, and I did not find it impressive because 5 hours I was waiting there. I could have left my car and I could have come later to take my car. It would be pretty easy, but I wanted to shoot a video and the experience the first service from Tata. That's why I stayed there and I lost my 5 hours. So I want to tell you that the service from Tata is still not improved. They can do better. A lot of things has to be implemented to do better in the service. And the one thing I would like to tell you guys, if you go for the service, make sure you go a little bit early because they have the lunchtime and tea break. And if you fall between that time, lunchtime, then it will you will lose maybe 1 hour or so. So make sure you go on time and your car service and everything is done before the lunch. And this is the most concerning part. I was aware that the engine has the sensors and hoses where if the water goes, then there'll be a problem. But this guy was using the jet to clean the engine, and I was a little bit concerned if water goes inside the sensor and the holes hoses, then I might face the problem. But this guy said he has the experience of 5 years. He's doing it from last 5 years, so there should not be any problem. But when you wash the car at home, make sure you avoid the direct water jet or something to the engine. Generally what happens is we cover the engine part, sensor part, then we do the cleaning of the engine part. This is how we clean the engine. But here it was totally different. This was the second last final stage where they cleaned or polished my engine. The dirt was taken off. They were extra cautious because they were told or notified by the GM to do everything properly because the video was getting shooted. And finally, the last step was they cleaned the car from the vacuum cleaner, trunk, back of the car, and front of the car, and everything. And apart from that, they polished my dashboard as well, and that is it. I told them to do the touch up, little bit scratches on the car, but they did not have the brush to do the touch up. So I took the paint, a little bit paint from them, the same color, espresso brown, and maybe I will do the touch up by myself. Okay. So the few things I want to share here. This is first service. Top of oil was not getting done. How about the second service when the filter and everything, the top up has to be done? So how you will make sure that it is getting done properly without going on the floor or watching them? If they are changing the oil, if they are cleaning the filter. So that is the only thing which concerns me. What your views are, please let me know in the comments. And this is the bill. I was not charged even a single